Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today we are going to look at how to adjust the day and date on some common vintage Seiko calibers, automatic watches. The first one that I have here is this is the Seiko 7006 caliber, and we look at how we can adjust the day and date on that one. We have here the Seiko 7009 caliber, and we'll see how we can adjust the day and date and some good best practices on changing the day and date here. Then we have a very well known caliber, that is the 6309 caliber automatic watch. The next one which we have here is pretty known. This is the 7S26 movement. And we look at how we can adjust the day and date on this watch. And we have one more caliber, which is the 6119 caliber. We look at how we can adjust the day and date on this one as well. So please stay to the end to look at some best practices on how we can adjust these watches. All right, so moving to the first one. Okay, so very beautiful watch, as you can see. This would be the 7006 7020 movement or watch. So how do we adjust the day and date on this particular watch? This is a 19 jewel automatic movement. It's not a Seiko 5, as you can see, and there's a reason for that, is because this does not have a complete quick set date. So if you pull the crown to the first position where you can adjust the date, the first thing what we need to do is, for any watch, we need to adjust the day past midnight. So the safe zone on where we can adjust the time would be something around 7 a.m. in the morning. Okay, so we should not ideally change the day and date anytime in between, because it can damage the mechanism. So let's, as a safe side, go to 8 a.m. in the morning, okay, where the date changes have already completed. So we'll close the the crown to the first position, or the complete closed position. Now we'll pull it to the first position where we can adjust the day, and we'll see some subtle differences in this caliber. So if I turn this counterclockwise, as you can see, I'm able to change the date. So you can see the date is changing from 13 to 14 and 15 and 16 and 17 and so on and so forth. However, if I turn it clockwise like a normal Seiko 5, the day is not changing. And that's the reason why this particular model is not a Seiko 5, because it does not have a complete quick set day. It has a quick set date, but not a quick set day. How do you change the day? Well, you have to do it like a traditional non-quick set watch, which means you will have to switch the day by turning the hands all the way towards 24 hours. Okay, so here you will see the day changing and the date has changed as well. Okay, so this is how you would change the day and the date. So the date is a quick set, however the day is not a quick set. And unlike what other people tell you, I would recommend not to turn the hands backwards and then do the day setting. Turn it all the way 24 hours and then do the change, because these particular models, they may have certain issues if you go turn the hands counterclockwise and then turn them to attempt to pass midnight and change the day. So this is with the 7006 movement, and let's move to the next watch. All right, so now we move to the next Seiko 5 watch. This is a Seiko 5, which means it has a quick set date and a quick set day. This is the 7009 caliber watch. Okay, I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's a 7009 caliber watch, and it is slightly different, and I'll show you why. Again, we would as a best practice, we need to go ahead and adjust the hands all the way past midnight and change the day completely and the date, and then move to around 8 a.m. in the morning as a safety. Okay, once we've done that, now we close the key, right? And then let's see how we can change the day and date. So if I pull the crown to the first position, which means day and date adjustment, if I turn it counterclockwise, the day is changing, as you can see. However, if I turn it clockwise, there is no change in the day. So many people would think that, there's some problem with the date adjustment, but this is by design. Okay, if I need to change the day, then I need to close the crown in, close the it back to a normal position, and then I need to push the crown inward to change the date. So as you can see, it's Thursday now. This is a dual language day, so I have to press it 2 times. So I press it and it moves to the next day. So it's Saturday, which means it's in blue. Again, now it's Sunday. So this is how you change the day and date in a 7009 series movement from Seiko. We'll move to the next one now. Alright, so now we'll look at 3 different calibers, and the reason why I'm clubbing them together is because the way that you adjust the day and date is very similar. Okay, the first one that I will show you is that I have here is the 6309 movement. Okay, the next one that I have here is the 6119 movement, and the more recent 7S26 movement. Okay, so again, I will show this particular date set option or date set method is the same for these 3 movements, hence I'm clubbing them together. So looking at the watch, whether you have a 6309 or 6119 or a 7S26 caliber Seiko movement based watch, the day and date change needs to happen as follows. So if I'll pull the crown first, as you can see in this particular model, it's flush. Okay, so I'll pull it. I have pulled it, I think, to the second position. Have I? Yes, I have. Okay, so let's first change the time. We have to move all the way till 8 a.m. just to be safe. Okay, then what we will do is we will put it to the first position. Okay, these Seikos actually have, this particular model has got a very small crown and shorter distance, hence it becomes a little difficult. Okay, so we've moved the crown to the first position, which is for date setting. And if I move this clockwise, as you can see, the date is shifting. Okay, and I must emphasize this has to be done after 8 a.m. in the morning. Similarly, if I move it counterclockwise, then the day will change. Again, this is a dual language date. This is from the Middle East, and hence it is showing 2 languages here. Okay, so there you go. So once I set this, I press the crown back in the original position and I'm fine. Okay, I can also pull it out in the second position all the way and adjust the time to whatever is the time after I have set the date. Okay, so that is how do you set a date and day on a 7S26, a 6309 or a 6119 movement. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Do share it with anyone who needs this information, and also request you to subscribe to this channel. This is very motivational for me to make more videos on horology and watch keeping. Thank you once again and have a good one.